All right, so we're going to do completing the square today, okay? And so again, just kind of what we just did, all right? If I'm factoring these perfect squares, half of 2 is 1, and this third term is 1 squared. So what's this factored? N minus 1 squared. Okay? What is this squared? What is this factored? R plus 2 squared. And what is this one? X plus 4 squared. Good. All right. So if I'm going to complete the square, okay, that means that we have to fill in these last terms right here. So half of 2 is 1, 1 squared is 1. Half of 6 is 3, 3 squared is 9. You're creating your own perfect square by doing this, okay? And then I don't know what that is, but I wouldn't worry about it, okay? So when we go to complete the square, you're going to create the square. So if I say that this is 0, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this 5 over. It is entertaining though, nonetheless. Okay, so when we do this, when I move this 5 over, okay, I'm going to create a space here. And I'm going to say that x squared plus 6x, this space equals negative 5. And again, I'm creating a space here, so I'm going to create a space here. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and create my perfect square. So half of 6 is 3. 3 squared is 9. If I add 9 here, I add 9 here. So now I have x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 4. What does this factor to? Okay, so x plus 3 squared equals 4. Now remember, how do I get rid of this square right here? I take the square root of both sides. So this square root cancels this square, and we have x plus 3 equals plus or minus 2. So my two conditions get created. X plus 3 equals positive 2, and x plus 3 equals negative 2. So in this case, x equals negative 1, x equals negative 5. Okay? That's how we do the solution for this using completing the square. Now, if you run into a scenario like this, where I already have the x squared and the 16x by itself, then I can just go ahead and create that space on both sides. All right, so here I will put what? And then we'll add 64 here. So this becomes x plus 8 squared, and then what's negative 15 plus 64? 49? 49. So we'll take the square root of both sides. X plus 8 equals plus or minus 7. So again, my two conditions, x plus 8 equals positive 7, x plus 8 equals negative 7. So x equals negative 1, and x equals negative 15. All right, you guys do this one right here. All right, so let's see what happens. So we're going to go ahead and add the 6 to both sides. And now we have x squared minus 4x blank equals 6, and then we'll do the blank over here. So again, half of 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4. I don't care what this sign is yet. So if we add 4 here, we add 4 here. So now we factor this. So x minus 2 squared equals 10. Now, this is going to be a little bit different in how you're going to present your answer. Because if I have the square root of both sides, and I get x minus 2 equals square root 10, I don't want you to simplify this. It's not that I care whether you simplify it or not. It's because most of the times, if you get a multiple choice assessment that's actually using completing the square, your answers are going to be like this. We already know that whatever the square root of 10 is, it's going to be a plus or minus value, right? Just like if I take the square root of 4, that's plus or minus 2. So whatever the square root of 10 is plus or minus. Do we agree on that at least? Okay. So therefore, the way that I'm going to present this solution is if I'm going to add 2 to both sides, then my answer is going to be x equals 2 plus or minus square root 10. That's how you would present your answer. Okay? 2 plus or minus square root 10. If it's a perfect square, you would evaluate it. If it's not, leave it in the radical form. And honestly, I can't necessarily tell you why when completing the square they want the answers like this, but it's just, again, if I give you a multiple choice assessment that's through CUDA, it's going to give you the answers like this, so you need to know that. All right, let's do one more. All right, what do we do first? Plus 5, both sides. You haven't said the right answer yet, and you've given out like 7 of them so far. All right. So then what goes here? What goes?
It's plus 16 equals 5 base 16, like plus 16.
Okay. So what is this factored? T minus 4 squared. Okay. So we'll square both sides. And we have t minus 4 equals plus or minus square root 21. When we add the 4 to both sides, t equals 4 plus or minus square root 21. Oh, and you got this?